I know that there's a level to this where, yeah, okay, I'm in the desert. You can't really predict the weather, but the windstorm that began, it began the moment I spoke this poem out loud. It did not stop until sometime the next day. Literally to the point where I was having to hide in little cracks and crevices in the rock to stay out of the wind. I had to get rocks and put them on my sleeping bag so that it wouldn't fly away. Anytime I tried to stand up in the wind, I would literally be blown over. So I spent most of the rest of that day and night huddled in a tiny little crack in the rock, trying to stay warm. I had every layer that I had with me on. So I was layered up, massively layered up. I couldn't sleep for the life of me that night either. I would get into my of all the nights, I had to go to the bathroom, like, I had to pee no less than 10 times at night. Not to, like, TMI or anything, but when the wind is blowing sideways, that's not all that is blowing sideways, okay? I would have to get out of my sleeping bag, take off all of my layers, and then pee into the wind. Oh my god, it challenged me. And even when I was in my sleeping bag, I couldn't get warm. I was just getting whipped about by the wind. By the next morning, I was exhausted. I was exhausted and freezing cold. There was nothing I could do to get warm. I literally sat there with my sleeping bag wrapped around me in the morning, waiting for the sun to come up over the mountains because I was so cold. And when the sun finally came up, I was meditating in this one sunbeam, and I had my sleeping bag liner around me. And I could tell that when the sun hit, because the wind was so cold that it didn't matter how sunny it was, I couldn't get warm for the life of me. But wherever my sleeping bag liner was, it was really warm. And so I zipped up my sleeping bag liner all the way, and I curled up on my side, and I felt like I had tapped into something delicious. Like, ha ha, giggling to myself, "Ah, I figured out a way to stay warm. I just have to stay inside of this sleeping bag liner in the sun, and I'll be okay, and I'm also protected from the wind." Brilliant. I had been pummeled by wind for hours, probably at least 14 hours. So I was very cold. And now I was giggling because I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stay in here." And I thought to myself, "Ooh, this is so good. I'm like a caterpillar that's got into a cocoon. Ooh, I'm just in my little cocoon here." And all of a sudden it hits me, no. And it was like I went from giggling cute, like, "Hee hee, I'm in my little cocoon," to, "No, I'm in the womb. Of course I am." And it hit me as sacred. I stayed inside that sleeping bag liner. The only thing I came out of it for was to drink water and to use the bathroom. And every time that I left, I felt so vulnerable that it was as fast as I can get back in there. And I promised I would not leave this sleeping bag liner until I knew it was time. Just like birthing, I'm gonna gestate.